Welcome to Cosmic Channels. Please call 1-833-703-0424. The Cosmic Channels are open. Hey, I'm Zell.
Dan.
And I'm Andrew.
And Braden is on the line, but he's dealing with some stuff, so we're going to
Technical stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna figure him out here.
Check.
Oh, we hear him.
Check.
I think we hear it's his headphone mic though.
He sounded worse. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Just
I don't know
Just
why
try
I
and-
can't hear you guys.
Can
Can you
you-
guys hear me?
yes.
Yeah, we got you.
Yes.
Sounds fine.
Just pull that little mic away from your nostrils if you can. Do us a little favor. That'd be great.
You're all worked up, just like just...
I don't know if we should just start
Oh,
and then I can start streaming it.
It's already started.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
No, he can't hear us.
Oh, he
Can't hear us?
Fantastic.
Okay, well, while we figure out what Braden's up to over there, I believe we have a caller on the line, been waiting patiently as we fucked around here. Let's bring him on. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Well, that is a good start to a call-in show.
All right. You're
So
already
I have-
100% better than Braden.
Okay.
That bar's pretty low though. So
What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Peyton, and I'm calling from San Antonio, Texas.
All right, on, Peyton.
nice.
What do you got for us tonight?
Home of Bigfoot.
I'm sorry, what?
So home of Bigfoot, according to Rick
Some.
Dyer.
Yeah.
Well, my story is actually from Northern Illinois, where I grew up.
Okay, perfect.
So, cool sighting of unexplained stuff in the sky story for you.
Excellent.
So when I was about 7 or 8 years old, and sorry, that was my dog flopping his ears. I was about 7 or 8 years old. My best friend lived literally in the house next door. So we always would play like across our yards all the time and just crisscross the yards all the time. There was one day, and this would have been about early 2000s, like 2003, 2004. It was in the fall. It was completely dark out, and our dads are sitting up on the top of the driveway. They've got their lawn chairs out, a couple of beers, and just chatting while we play in the yard. And we're just going on like that. It's later into the night, and then all of a sudden, I remember looking up and seeing both of our dads, that they were now standing and staring up at the sky. And we lived I don't live there anymore, but we lived next to a lot of smaller airports, like municipal airports, that I knew enough to what planes looked like. I knew what helicopters looked like. I knew what they didn't look like. And there was, up in the sky, there was a single stationary silent light that was just sitting there, and the light itself was bigger than it would be if it was a light from the bottom of a plane, let alone it's not moving or making any noise.
Flashing or anything?
No flashing. There's not like the little wing lights or anything that you usually see, that you would see on the sides of a plane.
Right.
And as we're standing there watching it, it starts moving. And when I say moving, it would go a distance. Whenever I say a distance, it would go the same distance forward as it would any other direction. So it would go forward, and it would stop and take a 90-degree turn to the right, and then go the same distance that way. And it would go in a zigzag of 90-degree turns.
How fast
like
was it
you're
moving?
looking at it. Fast enough and stopping fast enough that there's no acceleration and there's no braking. It's immediate movement.
Oh, wow.
Oh, crazy.
It's not like, so it's like if it just hit a wall and just stopped, and then it would just start again, but there's no buildup or like breakdown of the speed.
Right, so just instant acceleration.
Yeah, and we watched it over because it started kind of on one side of the street, over the houses on the opposite side of the street, kind of. And we watched it go over my friend's house and disappear over. There's a tree line behind that house, and then there's more houses behind that. And we watched it just disappear, continuing that pattern, going all the way that way.
And how long approximately was the duration of this event?
We watched it hover there for about a minute or two, and then once it started moving, it was gone in about 30 seconds.
Doing those erratic accelerations?
I'm sorry, what?
Doing those like erratic, like from accelerations, like you were saying? Took about a minute?
Yeah, but the once it started moving, it was a very consistent motion. Like it was predictable. Like it didn't stop unless it was at the corners.
Right.
So there's like a pattern to it, maybe?
Yeah, it was like, imagine if you're looking at a staircase from the side, and it goes up and it goes over and up and over and up and over.
Oh, interesting.
Weird. And no noise?
And not a single sound, not another light, no. Like, even when I was that young, I knew what planes and helicopters, and even, very, very early, some people had like model helicopters and stuff, drones not so much, but I knew what all of those looked like, and I could tell you even at that age that it wasn't any of those.
Now, what could, if you were to guess, like the distance away? So I mean, it's hard when it's just a light, but did it seem like it was close or pretty far up?
So it looked like it was closer than any plane or helicopter would fly. Like right now, where I live really, really close to the airport in San Antonio, and so we see the planes coming like really low to the ground, like as they're coming in to land or as they're taking off. And it looks like it was as close as those planes that are coming in to land.
Okay.
Like it didn't look like it was at, like cruising altitude, like a plane would be. Because the actual size of the light.
Yeah, I mean, that's, but if you're used to seeing planes and helicopters and it doesn't seem like it, I mean, judging distance and atmosphere is pretty hard. So is it possible that maybe this is something out of atmosphere?
I mean, I don't remember if it was cloudy or clear that night because it was so far away.
Right.
But even then, I also could tell you that I know what satellites look like too, and satellites don't do that either.
No, they have a very predictable.
Yeah, they're a pretty straight
orbit.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, without more details,
And
I mean, that's a genuine UFO sighting. I mean, if you're, you're convinced it's not a plane.
Yeah, I can also tell you that so my dad, he's a, very level-headed, straightforward engineer type guy. Like he's the one that's going to try and explain everything. And I asked him more recently, like within the last year, because I remembered seeing, like I just thought of this, and I never forgot about this, but I just thought about it one time. And I texted my dad and I asked him, I'm like, hey Dad, do you remember, and then remind him of this story that I just told you. And he said, I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, so he's a little wary of it.
He's been neuralized. Can't talk about it.
Maybe.
Not even there anymore.
He's just the one that if he cannot explain it with like math, science, logic type stuff, he's like, I'm not going to completely write off that, it could have been something otherworldly, whatever, but he's like, I also just don't want to acknowledge it.
Yeah, that's a weird one. What do you think before we move on to the next caller? What's your theory?
I think I know I saw something that I can't explain, and nothing that I know that we have the technology for then or now would explain it.
Cool.
And I wouldn't want to dive too deep into it because I have no further information on it.
But just unexplainable, a UFO in your
Completely
mind.
unexplained weird sighting in the sky.
That's cool. And it stuck with you all this time too, so it obviously made like a lasting impression. You definitely didn't know what it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn, that's really cool.
Well, thank you for taking my call.
That's awesome. That's a great UFO sighting. We appreciate the call. Starting off Cosmic Channels for us.
No problem. Thanks.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Quickly before we get on the next call, we got a round on Shadow Ursa here. Happy Sunday, cheers, and Astrocat Gaming. 2 rounds.
2 rounds.
This early into fucking Cosmic Channels, not bad.
Good way to start the marathon
I'd say
Cosmic
so.
Channel session.
Appreciate the support, guys. We love you.
Fuck yeah. And while I get this next call, for some reason, we got an error here, but we're gonna correct.
Oh, it's fucking
It's
Braden's
Braden.
incompetence is becoming systemic. It's infecting everybody's fucking computers.
Sign me out like that? Don't you just sign me out like that?
Yeah, bastard. Well, hey, listen. It's the government, buddy.
They're listening.
That story.
They're
It's too
always
much.
listening.
They're always listening.
Just like
Trying to
that.
shut us down.
We're back on the line with another caller. Hello, Cosmic Channels. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey, how you going?
Oh, we're going. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Daisy. I'm calling from New Zealand.
Daisy from New Zealand. I think you're maybe only the second New Zealand caller. We appreciate it.
Second Kiwi we've ever had.
Yep.
Ah, sweet. I'm calling with my son Elvis.
Seen what, sorry?
He's also a fan.
Her son.
He's also a fan.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Oh, right on.
What do
He's
you
got good taste.
So, yeah, like mom. So I'm calling about a possible, a haunting, which is happening to my sister.
Oh, shit.
Ugh.
Perfect.
So she, I guess the story starts about 2 weeks before she gave birth, which is about a month ago. And I was on FaceTime to her from New Zealand to England, and which is why I've got this dodgy accent. And she was sat with her dog on the sofa, and suddenly the living room door, I saw it like move, like in the corner of the screen, and I was like, "Oh, is your partner home?" And she was like, "No." I was like, "Was it the dog?" And she was like, "Oh no, was it the door?" She was like, "Oh yeah, sometimes it just opens."
What?
And I was like, "So what?" I was so confused because I've never seen anything like that. Just like a door open on its own.
Like when you say opened, like the handle opened and the door opened?
No. Like the door just like the whole door just opened and then closed slightly.
Oh,
and I was
closed.
like,
Holy shit.
I was like, are you kidding? And she was like, no, yeah, there's been some sort of like weird stuff happening. Sometimes the like taps go on downstairs. And then she like told me a story that was like the freakiest thing I've heard. And it was she was putting her clothes out on the bed because she's like rather large and pregnant. So she'd like set her clothes on the bed and she put her socks on the bed. And then she turned the light off and like turned around to go out onto the landing, and she saw like a small shape on the floor. So she clicked the light on, and it was the socks that she'd just put on the bed. They were now out on the landing.
Oh, sacraments.
Oh, those fuckers.
And she was like, she just chalked it up to sort of like pregnancy and like losing her marbles.
No, man.
so she
That's
picked
the
up
you
the
guys are
sock.
getting paranormally activated for sure.
I know. So she picked up the socks and put them back on the bed, and then the next morning she found them separate and behind the door of the room.
What?
So it is a
so
sock,
they'd moved
sock
again.
goblin.
Probably.
Yeah, you got a
Shit,
ghost
man.
with a
But
foot
I was
fetish.
just like, whatever it is, like I was like, it's definitely not female, because to make like a pregnant woman bend down like that over and over again is kind of like,
That's
Yeah,
rude.
It's torturous.
That's yeah.
yeah, it's rude. And so she's sort of like really nonchalant about it, and then she's had the baby now, and it was like, unfortunately, pretty traumatic for her. and it was a bad time. So she was like in her house. She had the baby, and she was recording a video for our mom, and she caught on camera, which I'll have to send you actually. The photo
Absolutely.
frame on the wall behind her is moving.
Oh
The
man, you
photo
guys,
frame
yeah,
is
listen, she's got to move.
Yeah.
Got to move.
Well, she's on the list to move. It's a rented property, and so she doesn't know who was in there before them.
You got a ghost with a foot
Um,
fetish just haunting you. Sounds awful.
I know. I know. I feel so sorry for her because she's like properly traumatized already, and
No
she just didn't go in the house. Like my mom was like, yeah, the video was so strange that like the photo frame was just like moving, like rocking on the wall behind her.
Oh man.
Not just like the one, like it might slip off, like, you know, a nail or something, but like it was moving. So
Like something was moving it.
yeah, it's just so strange. But I do feel like I feel really like concerned about her because she's been really you know, down, and the baby cries a lot in that house, and then when you go around to my mum's around the corner, it's fine. And I was just like, is it sort of feeding off her while she's in a vulnerable state, whatever it is?
Oh, like it's feeding off her misery.
Yeah, like is it feeding off her like trauma from the birth? And so yeah, she's on the list to move, but it was just so strange, and I've never seen anything like that before. Not stuff moving of its own accord.
No, that's terrifying, man. Like that's, I don't know.
That's a big nope. Big nope from me.
You gotta listen. You gotta go
Yeah.
get some holy water, get some salt, put it down all the entrance, do some smudging, whatever the fuck it
Hey,
takes.
you gotta try everything.
A little bit of everything.
Our culture, like we ring a bell in the corners of the room
Good.
and ring it out.
Good
Ring those
start.
fucking bells,
Good
man.
start.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought it was, I mean, it is. It's ongoing. Who knows what's going to happen? I'll find that video and I'll send it in to you guys.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, if you can send the video or any pictures of the event to cosmicchannelspodcast@gmail.com, we'll be sure to review them.
And give us some updates if anything else
All
happens.
right.
Definitely.
I will. All right, cool.
All right.
Well, good to speak to you guys.
Hey, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Haunted.
Paranormally activated for sure.
Was that
I caught
Braden?
half that call, but it already creeped me out. I don't even know how it started.
Popping locking, buddy.
Yeah, and now
But
you're
you're
pop,
here.
Am I bad?
You're pop
Yeah, a little
locking.
bit, but you're here.
You're here.
You're here. So,
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not popping on my side.
yo, you're
Like,
popping.
It was really bad before, but now it's okay.
Yeah.
It's
It might
like-
so-
Snap, crackle,
now.
and pop.
It might sort
Aw,
itself out.
man.
It might sort itself out.
Yeah, I think it sounds
Dude,
like
it
it
is,
Don't
yeah.
restart it again.
You know what? Honestly, so it's funny because I was getting everything set up for the Instagram live and getting everything going, and I'm sitting here, and all of a sudden I hear meow. I don't let Luna in here ever since she wrecked all the cables in the back. I was kind of like, how the fuck did you get back here? Let her back out. Go to start the recording, and like nothing's working. Look in the back. She's tangled herself up in all the cords, pulled everything loose again. I'm like, you
Awesome.
got to be kidding me. She must have been in here for maybe 5 minutes alone.
Just having a
First thing
heyday.
she did,
Just
jump in
having a
the
heyday.
back corner. Yeah, just like let me just roll around in
Yeah.
here.
Just gonna have a couple munches, paw
No,
at
no.
it, you know.
Yeah,
Great.
no big deal.
No
totally
big
fine.
Good.
Big thanks to Chango. You know, he says, "Hey boys, cheers to the ATT crew. Keep up the good work and keep it weird. Love you guys. We love you too. Thanks, Chango." With
That's
a
the
big
third.
old top
That's
up
the
with the
third
coffers.
round.
Supporting the live
Buddy.
stream, supporting the show. We appreciate it.
That's 3 rounds already.
Fuck, I'm gonna have to get. I should have bought some more premium wine than the box wine I bought today. Basically, got the $9.99 special.
All right, we got Braden.
Let's save on.
We got Braden
want
now. We got the full crew's here. Let's bring on another caller. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey. Hi.
Hey, hi. Welcome to
Hey.
Cosmic
Oh,
Channels.
wow. Y'all can hear me. Hi, guys.
Yep.
How are y'all doing? This is Anna. I saw y'all in Austin.
Oh, hey, Anna. How's it
Yeah.
going?
Yeah, what's up?
How's it going?
Yeah, we're
Hey,
doing well.
so I was like, cool. Hey, Braden, congratulations on your pregnancy there, bud. super exciting.
I'm just
No,
fat.
he's just gaining weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fat. Yeah, just
Yeah,
fat.
he's just
Oh,
fat.
okay. Oh,
You don't have to. You don't have to. You know. You don't have to dig it in. I'm just fat. Just the
No,
winter
okay.
weight.
no, you're looking
Thank
good.
you.
You're looking great.
Thank you.
You're carrying it well.
Yeah.
Hey, so I listened to y'all's most recent UFO abduction file.
Oh, the Carl.
Carl
And,
Higdon. Carl.
Yeah, Carl.
Carl.
And I thought it was really interesting that one of you guys mentioned DMT. I know y'all hate me for always going on my little
No,
like,
no, we love it.
drug pusher trips or whatever. But I wanted to say that like the few times that I've had like whatever drug induced out of body experiences, that DMT actually like can send you somewhere else very quickly. And I don't know if any of you have ever done that level of trip, but
I think we're planning that for our like 6th pod trip or 7th. It's on the list.
It's on the
Yeah.
list. Yeah.
well, like
It is.
I wouldn't
interesting
suggest like a
because
4-day excursion or anything, but like DMT's real quick. It's like 10 minutes, and like you travel worlds in 10 minutes. And like if y'all ever get the chance, highly recommended. But what I was calling about
it's an interesting
is,
that you bring it up because
oh, y'all are planning on doing it?
Well, I've planned on it. I just I never have. I've done quite a few others, but not DMT.
Word. Well, I just wanted to share.
Oh,
Oh no.
we lose her.
Yeah.
Anna.
I think the DMT sent her to another planet.
All right. Well, hopefully you
let's
can call
see.
back and
Is this
we
her?
get reconnected here.
Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hello, this is Carmen from Calgary, Alberta.
Carmen from Calgary.
Oh, Calgarian.
Woo! Hold on.
Yeah,
guys,
Texas.
first off, I want to. First off, I want to just say very quickly, this is the first ever for Cosmic Channels where we have 4 females calling in a row. This
Never-
is
never
unbelievable,
Oh yeah, I didn't even clue into that.
Never happened.
Unprecedented.
right?
I,
Unprecedented.
I have 3 short stories for you guys. I have Sasquatch, I have a UFO, and I have a paranormal kind of story.
Squatch.
Let's go
Um,
with
so-
Squatch.
Let's go
Squatch
with the
us.
squatch.
Yeah, let's go squatching.
Squatch us.
Okay, so my parents live in Ontario, and they live like far, like 45 minutes from town, and they live by a lake. And so we were trying to clear out the land so they can build a cabin on it. And my mom and I went on the ATV or the 4-wheel, and like we went to dump our sticks onto this empty area where everyone dumps their like wood that they don't need.
Yep.
And so we have like a little baby trailer on this like ATV, and so we go and we're dumping this wood, and then as we're dumping it, I hear 3 very clear knocks on a tree, and I'm like, oh fuck! I was like, no, not today. And I packed up the trailer really quick, and I tried to start the ATV, wouldn't fucking start. I was like, fuck me dead. I was like, please start. I'm like Andrew. I'm terrified of anything, and I hate anything happening in the
No.
woods.
You have heightened survival instincts. All right, that's all it is.
Yeah,
You just wanna-
exactly.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I was
You were
freaking
living
out.
a horror
We
movie
couldn't
right
get-
there. Like.
Yeah. It was in like summer, but it was getting dark. I was like, fuck me. My mom's like totally calm, like nonchalant. I'm like, Mom, we can die. And so
Need to
I,
get out of
I'm
here right
pushing.
now. There are Bigfoot out there.
Yeah. Have you not seen Ice
she's-
Trolls?
Yeah, exactly. She's on the ATV trying to get it to start. Like I'm pushing it to try to get the alternator to get going, to get it to start.
You need a
And
hammer.
like it's not
Gotta have a
starting.
hammer.
Yeah. It's not starting, and I'm like out of breath. And my mom's on it, and like this truck pulls up beside us, and he's like, "Oh, you guys, what's wrong? Do you guys need help?" We're like, "No, we live pretty close from here. We're just our ATV won't start. It's fine. Like, you know, I don't want to get murdered. So bye."
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
finally get it. We finally
Survival
Yeah, we
instincts.
finally get it to start. Yeah, we finally get it to start. I go back to the land. I'm like, Dad, you never know what happened. Sasquatch man. My dad was like, oh, and then ignored it. I was like, God damn it! No one believes anything I say.
He's like, oh yeah, they're out there. It's no big deal.
Yeah, no, they live in like nowhere, so it's like there's nobody around, and like, ooh,
He's
I
like,
can't,
oh
I
yeah,
can't
we
even
feed
imagine.
them.
Yeah, and then there's also I was taking my dog out for to pee because she hasn't really been trained to go in the gravel yet just yet, and so I took her out to pee, and I was looking at the sky, just as I do looking at the stars. I see this white line of light from like a center point go out and then go back in. I'm like, what the fuck? Takes a minute to register. It's like, did I just see a UFO or like a gate, like a time gate or something? I was like, what was that? And I'm like thinking, there's Beddington Trail, which is like a big highway kind of area, but I was like, no way. And I was like, the airport is like to the very right. I'm like, there's no way. I was like, what the hell did I just see? There's no noise. It was just like a point of white light and then went out and then came back in. I was like, huh, interesting. I just saw a UFO or some sort of thing, but I don't think it was I've never seen Carl
I
like
saw a
do that
UFO
before.
or an object that's unidentified in the sky.
One of the two things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Well, like in
And then-
Alberta too, you got the benefit of the big sky, right? So it's you go out there for any amount of time and you're gonna see some weird shit. Just you got to keep those eyes on there. Say it every week. No one
Yeah,
listens.
yeah, my boyfriend as a kid too, when he was 8, and his mom and him saw a UFO driving down the highway too. It's crazy. And last night, okay, so I'm with my boyfriend right now in his house, and his house is like has ghosts in it. Last
what do you
night,
mean it
my
has?
dog
Listen,
was
Whoa,
growling.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Like it has a ghost.
Back up.
What, yeah.
Is this a
Did it-
friendly
Yeah.
ghost?
Did
Is
it
this
come
a
with the
Casper?
ghost? Did
Yeah.
it come with
The
the ghost? Or
Casper
did you have to like
situation?
bring it? Did you have to bring your own ghost?
I
A
don't,
lot of questions here.
there is just, yeah, I don't know. His mom, like, it used to fuck with their shop vac in their house, like unplug it from the wall when she was vacuuming, and she went down and talked to it, and it
So it's a
seems
dirty
to
ghost.
be not, yeah.
But
seems
you're
to be not
it's a possessed shop vac. Wait, what?
But my dog last night, my boyfriend works at the airport, so he had to get up at 2 in the morning to go to work. So I usually sleep outside the room so he can sleep. And last night she was growling at the stairs. I was like, "Fuck me!" I was like, "I'm just gonna pretend it's not there." I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm not gonna. Nope. Mm-mm. And the other day, my boyfriend was like, he let her out, and she was in that level again, and he heard her growling and barking. He was like, "What the hell is she barking at?" And he went out, and she was just staring at the downstairs again, growling and barking. My boyfriend nonchalantly goes down the stairs, waves his hand, and she turns her head. She's confused, like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh." I was like, "Why did you have to tell me that now?" Nope.
Now, is there a chance Bigfoot
Nope.
followed you home?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Could there be a chance that it is a Bigfoot ghost?
oh
Ghost
shit.
Bigfoot.
That came
That's what
here
you got.
on the
I don't
spaceship
know.
that you saw in the
Yeah.
sky.
Mhm.
They're
It's
all
all
connected.
coming together,
yeah, but
man.
Boom.
Pepe Silva.
We live by a park. We live by a park where apparently they found like Native American like artifacts and stuff. So
Oh, you're
Boy,
basically, you're
you are a
living on
shit
a-
magnet.
Yeah, you're
let
on
me-
you're on a
yeah,
bad spot
You're
there.
living on a ancient Indian burial ground.
yeah, they
basically.
haven't done anything, and I'm part Native, so I'm hoping that's the reason why.
That could go for your
I'm
benefit
like-
there. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they're just
true.
leaving me
Start
alone.
smudging.
Oh my god, thank God.
It's the only thing you can do.
So Bigfoot, UFO,
Yeah.
and ghosts
Mhm.
all in one fell swoop here. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying. What you
You
got?
got to
for us.
connect the dots, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's with me. I've seen like where my parents live. There's like a horror story of Lacombe. Is the people that like there was a doctor there that experimented on like slaves in that lake, and they threw them in the lake. They threw the ladies in the lake, and now
Where's-
it's haunted.
Okay.
I feel like
And,
we're on
like,
one of those
last time I was
DMT
there-
trips, just traveling to different dimensions here because we're hopping around.
Where is this lake? Is this in Alberta?
It's in Ontario. It's called
Oh, I was
Garden,
gonna say,
Garden Lake.
fucking Alkali Lake, buddy.
Garden Lake.
Working on Wolverine.
Garden Lake. If you wanna, I think the doctor that experimented on these like slaves was called Lacombe. But yeah, there's a whole story, and I was there and I saw like a figure of something hanging, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it. That's my solution for everything. Just ignore it. It's not there. Go to bed. It's fine.
That works, until it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Nothing's happened to me so far, so we're good, except for the ATV not working. Because, yeah, it was frightening.
Yeah, those ATVs unreliable
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, and, it needs work. Budget ATV for $400,
That's
My parents
Pretty
like
good
to buy
deal.
things
We're all three-quarters of us are Canadian. We know how it is.
That's fair.
what.
Yeah.
Americans don't have
Yeah.
quads. Is what you're saying? Maybe Dan's a secret
Well, I'm just gonna
ATV
say
enthusiast.
I'm just gonna say because there's more Americans, I'm saying more Canadians probably have had a run-in with a $400 quad
That's maybe true.
than, right?
Yeah.
Dying
Yeah,
in
it's
the
right
middle
by
of winter.
where they live. It's like the city they live near, Sault Ste. Marie, is like 40, like not even. It's the same highway to Michigan. There's like Carmen Ways Road or whatever, and it's like then you're in the U.S. So it's like right borders the U.S. So yeah. Ugh.
Lions.
But anyway, all the scary stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Well,
a lot
good
going
luck
on there.
getting bed.
Yeah, good luck there. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna keep
Worst comes to
we're gonna
worst.
keep the show rolling, but we appreciate that trifecta of stories.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
All right, have a good night.
Have a good night.
We could have done the whole 2 hours with that phone call.
Hey,
Guaranteed.
we stretched it out. We could have asked
Yeah.
more details.
Yeah.
And normally we would cut you off on one story, but it's the 2-hour
Extravaganza.
Christmas cosmic channels. I wish we had some bells.
You don't
That's
have
what they'll sound like.
I don't know.
Wait, you don't have jingle bells in there?
No, I don't. Oh, I got a bassinet.
Does it have a rattle on it?
It's like a nativity scene in here right now.
All right, we're gonna keep the calls flowing. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hi, my name is Becca, and I guess I'm calling on
What is
Ladies
going
Night.
on? This is insane.
It's ladies' night.
Ladies' Night.
Yeah,
on
ladies-
ATT.
That's
Ladies' night, and I'm feeling right.
Sorry, what was your name? Where were you calling from?
Rebecca, I've called once before. It was a story about my grandfather's banjo toy.
Okay.
But
Oh, yes.
yeah. So I'm from Northern Ontario, and we have some weird things flying in our skies up here.
Okay. Elaborate on that. That sounds
every night?
That's
Yeah.
continuously.
I would say not every night, but probably way more frequent for comfort, because it was nothing, and then the pandemic happened, and I guess maybe we're just spending more time looking at the sky, and we've had a couple of weird ones. We all kind of moved to our family property in the middle of nowhere in Northern Ontario, just to ride out the pandemic, I
Smart.
guess. And we have no neighbors. We're on a private lake. We have 160 acres,
Oh, wow.
and our closest neighbors in both directions are 3 kilometers away. So,
So what you're saying, if
one
something
night-
bad happens to you on your property, you got no help.
oh yeah, absolutely none. We're on our own.
You're good.
But we were sitting out by the lake this past it is the summer before, and we were just my sister and I were sitting by the campfire at night, and it was a clear night, and it was the weirdest thing. We have these bam trees. They grow kind of right along the water, and they're probably about 80 feet tall, roughly, and we were sitting pretty close.
Uh-oh.
No.
Buddy, the government, man. Lay off, Trudeau. Shutting
Yeah.
everybody down. Come on.
It's
man.
ladies' night. The hell?
What do you got against the ladies, bud?
That was weird. That second drop call.
All right, Rebecca, try to call back.
Yeah,
I don't know why we're getting drop calls
Oh,
tonight.
that's 2. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hi, it's Richard calling from Cornwall in England.
Richard from
Richard.
Cornwall?
Cornwall, yeah,
Richard.
yeah.
Oh, shit. Man, we got over the pond both ways tonight. That's awesome. What do you got
Richard's
for us
here to
tonight,
class
Richard?
the place up a little bit.
So,
Hold on, let me
I don't
pour a
know,
little
you
more
guys-
white wine.
Put your pinky out.
No, you
I
don't.
don't know if
got
you
for
guys
us,
know
Richard?
much about Cornwall, but it's an old Celtic nation, and it's full of old mines. Business was always tin and copper mining.
Okay.
Okay.
Before my kids were born, my hobby was to go mine exploring. So
Ooh,
That's awesome.
ooh, spooky.
Oh, that's also terrifying. I'm already
Yeah.
got my neck hair up.
It's like I'm already picturing the
we-
descent right now.
yeah, it was a bit like that. Yeah, so you drop a rope down a mine shaft, abseil down, have a look around, and then come out. So. I mean, as you'd imagine, they're quite dangerous places. I've had floors collapse,
I would imagine, yeah.
ceilings cave in, bad air, that kind of
Absolutely.
thing. But once you got used to it, it's pretty okay. So about 10 years ago, just before my daughter was born, we went down this place called Wheel Fortune. So it's about 20-meter abseil. Get down, go around the tunnels, have a little look around, see what's down there. A few old artifacts, that kind of thing. It's a really nice kind of underground chambers where they've cleared the ore out, and there's like pit tops holding the caverns open, that kind of thing. All pretty uneventful, usual trip. Go back to leave, and then my buddy's going to go up the rope first, and you got these you got like a device on your chest and another one on like a foot loop. So you pull the first one up, you step up, then the chest one catches, and then it kind of goes.
You climb your way. Yeah, you climb your way back out.
Yeah. So he climbs up, and then I'm just checking everything's okay before we go. As you go down, you got your rope in it. It's like a rope bag, so it's loosely coiled, so it can't kind of tangle or get caught in anything. So I check the rope, put it all back in the bag, make sure everything's ready to go. He kind of signals he's ready, and I'm sat there in the dark. And it's there's funny noises underground. I don't know if you've ever sat down underground, like in the dark, but there's always funny noises. There's
Not
always
often,
little, like drips of water coming from further in.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes funny echoes. But there's just this really weird, like scratching noise. And I was like, that's weird.
It's fucking Mole
I
Man.
don't think it was weird, but I was, maybe it's just something coming echoing down the shaft. Maybe it's nothing much. Didn't really think about it. My turn comes, climb up the rope, get out, get to the top, go to pull the bag up, and it won't move.
Oh.
And I give it a tug one arm, then get two arms trying to pull it. And what's going on? Get my mate to come over. Giving this thing a big pull. Can't get the thing to shift at all. And in the end, he says, "Look, I'll just have to go down. Maybe it's got caught on something." So he goes down, and a minute later, I hear him coming up. And normally, there's like, because there's a lot of effort climbing the rope, so it's like swish, crash, and you come up slowly, and he's like, flies up the shaft,
Oh.
and he comes up, and his face is white as a sheet. I said, "What the fuck's wrong?" And he said, "Did you fuck with the rope?" I said, "No, it was left there ready to go." He said someone had taken a coil of rope out of the rope bag, down the cavern, and tied it around a pit prop. And he said the worst bit is I went down there, I undid it, walked back, and as I'm going back to the rope, I start hearing some kind of laughter.
Oh my god!
Oh
Get the
my
fuck
God.
out of there, man.
So he just
Holy
fucking
shit!
tailed it out, and that was that.
So there's something down there.
And it never went back
Yeah,
again.
like a giggling, and I don't. Again, you probably don't know, but you guys did a really good episode on kind of fae and fairies and that kind of thing.
Right.
There's a local kind of legend of things called the knockers, which are supposed to be like a type of fairy that lives underground and plays tricks on people and that kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
And I
I think we do. I
after a
don't think
while,
we,
I come
we
to
didn't
think
mention
maybe,
him, but yeah, I
that-
came
maybe
across
that's
him.
what it was.
Talking about those weirdos.
Weird. And that
Yeah,
and that legend of the knockers goes back like forever, right?
Well, since they've been mining, since people have been mining in caves.
So those are the
Yeah,
not
like it.
fun knockers.
I mean,
Yeah.
they are. I mean, they're from most of the stories, they're like relatively harmless. They're just like pranksters.
I know, but it's not like when we normally we talk about knockers. We're it's great, but these type of knockers, these aren't fun. All right?
It is ladies' night.
it
is.
That's wild though.
Yeah, you got to stay out of
They
caves,
did
dude.
once.
Get black lung.
We were
I don't know
underground
what's more unsettling is the thought that it is some kind of supernatural creature that lives down there, relatively harmless, or there's like some like population of like
Mind.
they'd have to be mentally unstable to be living down there, like mentally
Yeah.
unstable, like homeless people living in the caves. Like both of those
Or
thoughts
no,
are.
no, it's just like the descent, man. It's they've evolved in the caves. They thrive in
Yeah.
the darkness. Your friend got lucky, is what happened.
I think they're pretty harmless though, because we were down there once, and he was stood there, and he suddenly turned towards me and stepped my way, and this big rock crashed where he'd been standing.
Oh my
And
god.
he said, "You." I said, "Why? That was fucking lucky." And he said, "No, you just tapped my shoulder and told me to move." I was like, "I bloody didn't."
Oh, I was looking out for him.
Oh.
Yeah, I reckon so.
That's
What
wild.
a fucking great prank. You almost died.
Do you want to not die?
Terrifying.
Yeah, when the
terrifying.
kids were born, that was it. I was like, "That's the end of that shit."
So you,
Yeah, never
you haven't been back down in a while.
No, I once just for nostalgia, but yeah, it was like you got to grow up a bit, man.
I'd be done after that one.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a good story.
That's a really good story. Hey,
Cool.
thanks for calling in, especially
big
across
fan
the
of
pond
the show,
and sharing
guys.
it.
So thanks.
Oh, hey,
Um,
we appreciate it. Did we lose
I
him?
might get back to bed. It's like 3 a.m. here.
Oh yeah, I was gonna.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
Richard, get back to bed. We appreciate you
Richard.
listening to the show.
Hey, sleep tight, buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks.
Don't let the knockers bite.
yeah. That's a terrifying
Great.
story.
That was unreal, though.
he had a good storyteller voice too. Really set it
Oh
up.
yeah.
There,
Well,
if you've ever gone to like there's a mine shaft in Headley, BC. You can kind of hike up and look in it, and like I've been there and I hiked up and I like went to the entrance and it's like like there's some boards people have ripped down, and I just kind of looked in and I just went, nope. I'm not going any further.
Back when I started with my job, I was in Karamias, which is like half an hour away from Headley, and we had some kids get stuck in that mine. And search and rescue was trying to pull them out, and they're like, "Yeah, like they're just kind of like near the entrance. Like you just have to hike down a little bit." I was like, "No, you don't.
No.
You guys got to bring them out because we're not going in there.
We're not trained for underground, okay?
No. I'm not. I don't know how to splunk, buddy. I'm not getting the black lung. Hold on.
That's terrifying though. Like the second you're somewhere vulnerable like that, like in the darkness of a cave, and you even get the feeling that something's fucking with you down there, or something's like amiss, fucking get out of there.
So
Especially
many things can already go wrong.
Oh, totally.
That to pile on top of that the possibility of either some sort of a person or an entity fucking with you that you wouldn't
just
normally expect. It's
Tying your
okay.
rope, like fucking with you. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Well, do you see those videos too? The people that
Terrifying.
are going through them and they're like literally like having to turn sideways and like shimmy through these rocks. I'm like, what if you get stuck?
I
What
want to
if
know
you get
how
stuck.
I also want to know how Richard's friend managed to climb up that rope with the giant set of balls that he had to climb down there by himself to go untie that rope.
That'll weigh you down.
Yeah, must have been hard with them things fucking swinging in the way.
Giant brass balls, because I'd be like, fuck. I'd be like, no, cut the rope.
Yeah.
We're leaving. I'm not
Bye.
going back down there.
Yeah. Guess
We're
what?
done.
Guess what? Home Depot's down there. I buy new rope.
It's on sale.
Just leave it.
All right.
Knockers can have it.
Let's bring in another caller. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hi, it's Rebecca calling back.
Oh, yes.
Ladies' night's back on.
Yay!
Did-
Sorry for we
did
don't
it-
know what happened
Did
there.
it disconnect or did you hang up by accident? Just for.
Oh no, it definitely disconnected.
Okay, we'll have to look into that.
Weird.
Yeah.
For continuity, why don't you just start from the top?
Okay.
Why don't you just start from the
So,
top for continuity? It might be easier to edit that way.
Okay, yeah, it's just, we've been seeing some weird things in the sky. My sister and I were sitting out by the lake, and we're probably about 50 feet away from some trees. It's nighttime. The trees are probably like 80-ish feet tall, and it was the weirdest thing. We just looked up, and there looked like there was a bright light at the top of the tree, and then as soon as we both like locked eyes on it, it just went out. It just like disappeared, and it wasn't a shooting star. We have huge, like, wide open skies up here. We see stars and all sorts of things all the time. Definitely wasn't a drone because we're too far away from anything. And the helicopters up here are really loud because they have to have really big, beefy engines to go kind of like cut across all of the wilderness. So it was just a weird one. We've never seen anything like that before.
Did the light seem like it was in the tree or just like behind the tree in the sky?
Like literally right above it. And it's the only way to describe it really is like if you're looking at like your desk lamp and you just turn it off, and it was just like that. It's so weird.
You know, it is we. I've seen something similar when I was out on the West Coast looking at the sky, and it looked like someone turned a flashlight on. And
Yeah,
just sat there,
exactly.
And then it went out. And
Yeah, it's like a
it was the
flashlight,
weirdest thing
like
I've
right
ever seen.
above there.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so
And
I've
then,
seen this
like-
exactly what you're describing. I've seen the same thing.
So weird.
I have
and then,
no
like,
idea what it could be.
Yeah, and then like the other one was my husband and I were lying in our room, and we have a big sliding glass door, so we can see kind of like stars at night. If we have all the lights out, there's really very little light pollution here, which is awesome. And we're used to seeing all the satellites go by shooting stars. We even get northern lights up here sometimes. But the weirdest one is I was watching like a satellite traveling north, and I was like, oh, okay. But then it like made a really quick right hand turn, and then like just slowly faded out and like zipped away. Like it actually like gained speed after it made the 90-degree turn, and like then basically zipped to nothing because it disappeared, which was really strange.
Weird.
Yeah, that's
And,
really
yeah,
weird.
it was
Like I
really
said,
weird.
anyone you spend any amount of time out there, go sit outside on a clear night where you get a lot of view of the sky. Sit out there for 3 hours. You're gonna see some shit where you go, I don't exactly know what that was.
Yeah,
And I'm
like
talking
a month
outside
ago.
of like you see planes, you see satellites.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna see all the regular stuff that you usually can expect to see, and you're like, that's this, that's that.
Yeah.
And then you'll see stuff and you go, I have no idea.
And up here, it's really easy to like hear. You can hear things coming before they'll actually show up if they're a regular just aircraft, because they have to be like even our hospital helicopters, any police helicopters, the like mining helicopters, they all kind of have to have almost like a military style engine to like get over the sheer like amount of space between our towns. So it was weird, really weird I think the weirdest one was the one above the tree. That was a little close for comfort.
No doubt.
But we had a weird one like a month ago, where I was walking between our home and our workshops up at the top of the hill, and there was something just kind of like, it was like a light in the sky that was just kind of hovering. It felt like, to me, it was like above our driveway, but it was like taller than all of our trees. And then as soon as I was like, you know, hey, like to my husband, like, what is that? And we thought that it was maybe a star, but then it started moving. but it started moving slowly, and it started moving once I was like, hey, what is that? And as soon as we paid attention to it, it started moving, and I was like, that's weird.
Heard you talking about it.
That's peculiar. I was like, this is a no abduction zone, so
Abduction-free zone up here, all right?
like no probing, no thank you. Yeah, no,
We're gonna make
just
some.
like a
We're gonna
little
make
weird.
some ATT underwear that says "No probing, no thank you."
No.
Absolutely.
I do not
Like,
consent, okay?
Exactly. I'm gonna put our sign out or something.
Awesome.
No soliciting, no probing.
All right, make sure to put that sign out and let us know if it works, or maybe it'll
Absolutely.
invite them in.
Oh God.
No probing, hey?
Exactly. We'll see about that.
All right. Hey, thanks for the call.
But
We-
yeah,
we're-
those weird things in the sky in northern Ontario.
All right. If anything pops up that you can identify, maybe that's a little closer, a little bigger, make sure to call back and let us know.
Yeah, if we get any pictures with our we recently got a oh, I'm forgetting what it's called. The thing where you look at the star.
A telescope?
Yes.
Telescope.
If we get one of those, we get it all hooked up. Then, if we see something funny, we'll send some pictures along.
Please do.
All right. Well, thanks. You guys are amazing. We've been listening. I think since you dropped episode 2.
Wow, no GP.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of Cosmic Channels or ATT?
So, ATT.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, way back when.
Awesome. Hey, well, we appreciate it.
Thanks so much, guys.
Have a good night.
We're much more mature now.
Refined,
Totally.
distinguished gentlemen.
As Brain's drinking a box of wine. We're going to take a short break here pretty quick, but just before we do, we got to give a shout out to Dream Day Entertainment. The Burmeister himself dropped a substantial donation to the show. And says, boys,
That's our boy.
get some beers, some high-class
Hey.
wine, and fix Braden's popping cables.
We can't.
Well, you better tip some more money for that.
He's
Audio
gonna,
equipment's expensive, motherfucker.
he's gonna need some help.
Thank you for that, Burmeister.
You're the man.
Love you, buddy.
All right, we're going to take a short break, and the Cosmic Channel Marathon will continue. We'll be right back. All right, we're back for part 2 of the Cosmic Channels Marathon. And I believe we have a caller that's waiting on the line right now. Let's bring them on. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we're doing well. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name's Ken. I'm calling from Battleground, Washington, just north of Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, right on. Close to us, actually. Not too far.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Were you guys doing anything tonight? Like ghost stories, everything? Just like usual?
Whatever you want, man.
got.
Right on. Well, I got a ghost story.
Perfect.
In the house that I grew up in when I was a kid. This happened, 20 years ago now. Holy crap.
Time flies.
I was 19. Yeah, right. 19, got my first job, was working nights. And the house, a little backstory, the house that we grew up in was built like in the 19 teens, the way back in the day. And it ended up being like a brothel. And
Nice.
the guy who ran it ended up like killing one of the girls in there.
Not cool.
Not so nice. Not cool.
Yeah, not so nice. But we didn't
Took
notice
a
when we
turn.
moved in.
Yeah.
Didn't find that out until yeah. We didn't find that out until later. My brother did like some research on the house and found out what it used to be, and that explained a lot. But anyways, I came home one night, and my mom would always just put all the leftovers of dinner in the fridge, and I'd come home, get them out, throw them in the microwave and whatnot. But in the kitchen, our refrigerator door would like open up and block off the door to like the living room. And so I had the refrigerator door open, loading all the leftovers on the counter. And I closed the door and I look over, and there's this girl in a white dress just staring at me. And I don't have any sisters. The only woman in the house is my mother. So no sisters, just a bunch of boys, right? Scared the ever living, you know what, out of me. And I like crawl across the counter trying to crawl out the window because I didn't know what was going on. And as soon as I turned around and looked back, like she was gone. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And my mom gets up and she's like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, I don't know. There's a girl standing right where you're standing now. And she's like, what? You're crazy. And it was, you know how it goes. You see it, everybody else doesn't. Everybody thinks it's kind of weird.
Right.
So, yeah. And then, so that was the first experience. About, I don't know, 2 or 3 months later, I was helping my parents put all the Christmas decorations back in the attic. And I was the only one up in the attic. And I'm kind of looking down through the hole, waiting for people to hand me up boxes. And all of a sudden, something grabbed me by my shoulders and tried to stuff me back down through the hole.
Oh.
No joke.
What?
Yeah.
Like
Serious,
forced you.
Yeah, like I was, an athlete, pretty strong at that time, working hard labor, swinging a damn axe in a mall and all that,
Yep.
And, I couldn't stop whatever was pushing me, trying to push me through the hole. And then as soon as my brother came out to hand me something up through the hole, gone. Nothing there.
Holy fuck.
And my brother looks at me, and he's looking at me, and I guess I was, sweating, red-faced, how it gets when, you're trying to struggle. And he's like, dude, you all right? And I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on up here. I'm getting the fuck out of here, and I'm going to my apartment now.
Oh, no kidding.
I had never stepped foot back in that house since. Since then, my parents have moved on.
Yeah.
Bought a ranch out in the middle of nowhere now. So, yeah, never once went back to that house.
Smart.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's about it. Yeah, the way we found out what had happened was my youngest brother did where are you from report in high school, and did some research, and it ended up that place was like a brothel bar of the old neighborhood from when this neighborhood was built. And then the guy who owned it ended up murdering his daughter and a couple of the girls that worked there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty creepy. And I guess one of my other brothers had a encounter with the girl also, but I don't know his story, obviously.
Oh, so it's like something regional or something.
maybe. Like, he had the same type of experience in the same house that we grew up in.
But this,
He said because
it didn't follow
our
you.
bedroom.
It hasn't followed you.
No. I've never had another experience. I mean, anywhere else other than in that house.
Well, consider yourself lucky on that front, I guess.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's centralized on that house, you know, like the pain of what happened there, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually in those events of like extreme. When it leaves a
been
mark
bunch
like
of-
that.
Yeah, I think like she's just trapped in that house because she was, you know, taken out at a young age and pretty violent. I guess he had like hid the bodies in an old chimney that was there. Yeah, it was a pretty rough. My brother's like, I don't want to publish this into my senior project. Where am I from?
Yeah.
Paper.
No kidding.
So yeah, that's about it on that one.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Pretty nuts.
Terrifying.
Wow. Okay, well,
Yeah.
hopefully you stay instant free for some time to come, and that's just a distant memory.
Yeah. Definitely. It was pretty traumatizing for 18, 19-year-old kids.
Yeah, could imagine.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Yeah,
Hey,
please for a few months after that. Sorry, don't want to take too much of your time.
no, that was great. That was good. Thanks for the call.
Hey, thanks for the call.
Yeah.
All right, have a
Take
great.
care.
Have a
Enjoy
good night.
your guys' stuff, man. Thank you.
All right, cheers.
Bye.
Oh yeah.
The girl in the white dress.
Terrifying.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, that's like just under like spooky kids.
The girl, like the ghost, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take knockers over a girl in the white dress. 100%.
Well, the knockers seem like they're actually like helping you, but also
Wow, I mean-
terrifying you at the same time.
Exactly. Right.
That's what they live for.
I mean, if we're able to choose our paranormal activations, I'm taking a set of knockers.
Any
All
day.
right?
Big set of knockers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like another call has just popped on the line here.
Surprise, surprise.
Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Rob from UK.
Rob from the UK. The second. That's even later.
Wow.
That's like it was almost 4 o'clock in the morning or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm about to start work.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you had to sleep first. You're all right.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for us tonight?
Yeah, same. Discord while she sleeps that wrote the book Succubus.
Oh, hell yeah. How's that?
Oh, yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Cheers. Plug your book. Where can everyone
what's
get
the
it
book?
who's listening?
Yeah, it's called Succubus. It's about a sleep paralysis demon. We've got a bit of crossover into the underworld and a bit on Earth, bit of a sexy time in there.
There you go.
All right.
It's got all the goodies.
Some knockers.
Ooh. Oh.
And if people are looking for a new book, is it where's it available?
It's all available on Amazon. Just search for RT Graver and you'll find it. And a couple of my other works are on there.
Hell yeah.
Right on, man.
Woo.
Yeah, I
What do you
didn't
got
think
for us
I'd get
tonight?
through before.
No, you're.
Thought I'd give you.
We appreciate you trying. Appreciate you calling. You're on the line now. So what do you got for us?
So this happened when I was about 18, 19. I was staying at a hotel in London with my girlfriend at the time, and we'd gone out. I got like a tax rebate, so I thought I'd spend money on us, be nice for her. Went out for a fancy dinner, went to a bar, got all relaxed and everything. Went back to the hotel room in the evening. I was too relaxed to do anything apparently, so I fell asleep.
Happens.
It happens.
Hey, we've all been there. Hey,
Most of us.
we've all been there.
And then I woke up a bit later on. The TV was still on, but it was on. I remember falling asleep to Big Bang Theory. Like, say what you will about it, I enjoy the laughs.
I watched it. It's good.
It'll
fun.
definitely put you to sleep.
And then I rolled over because the TV was still on, but the lights were off. So I rolled over just to say night, and there was like a shadow behind her against the wall, and I was just like, "What's that behind you?" And she was like, "What do you mean, what's behind you?" And I said, "That shadow." And she was like, "There's no shadow there." So she rolled over, didn't see anything. But I was adamant there was something there over her. It looked like a man with a hat.
Oh no.
And then I saw, yeah, it was creepy, just like a shadow man. And then I just was sleeping with the lights on. So I went and turned the lights on just to make a point that there was nothing there to put her back to sleep. And then I just couldn't sleep the rest of the night. I started researching it in the morning, couldn't find anything for a while. And then I came across something about apparently in like the 1500s in that part of London, there was a shadow man. He wouldn't do anything like nefarious or bad or anything, but he was a known figure in that sort of time. So I think that was him. It was just a creepy experience.
Oh, so he's been around that area for a while.
Well, it's fucking Hat Man.
Yeah, was he wearing a hat?
Who bigger?
It looked like
We know.
a sort of like a bowler hat.
A bowler? Oh, it was the Hat Man.
Yeah, it's a Hat Man,
Yeah.
for sure.
Bowler.
He was just looking for. He's out. He's cruising the countryside looking for ladies' names for Mambo number 6.
Stockpiling.
Right. That's what he's doing.
Well, he's wearing a bowler hat, so it's like, does he switch hats based on his location?
Well,
Since
he's
over
in-
in the United States,
He's in
it's
the
usually
UK.
like
He's got a
large,
little
wide-brimmed hat.
Clockwork Orange thing going on.
Right, he's got to be wearing the bowler.
Back then,
Yeah.
that sort of time era. You never know.
But you haven't seen him again? He hasn't tried anything else?
I haven't seen him. I've tried to give myself sleep paralysis just for the jokes of it, but it didn't work.
How do you try and give yourself sleep
You
paralysis?
can take mine.
Yeah, take Dan's. He hates it.
Obviously, I haven't
I
written
know
a book about the whole process
Sure,
of it because
okay.
I've had it before, like through no fault of my own, but I've tried to do it myself. You basically lie there on your back as still as you can, face up. You put the palms of your hand on your bed, like flat, and then you sort of start working your muscles from your feet up to your head, just sort of like tense them, and then like your calves, your thighs, your stomach, your chest, and then sort of you fully relax your body and just don't move for about 20 minutes. You keep your eyes shut, and then you just try and fall asleep. But you have to be conscious that you're not moving, and then eventually, if it works, you'll realize that you're asleep, but you can't move. And then that's when it starts going, start hearing things or potentially seeing things.
That's when you kind of are.
It's not nice.
You're between the realms of the conscious and unconscious.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try it.
If you
would.
remember your dreams, sometimes it's kind of like the whole Inception thing. Like if you know you're asleep, it's easier to remember your dreams.
Right.
If you keep like a dream diary or a dream journal, you can sort of remember these sleep paralysis episodes a bit better because you recognize in your sleep that you're asleep.
Right. You can sometimes, and then some people become lucid and control their dreams.
Yeah, that's how it started. I was just like, I wonder if I can lucid dream, and because I used to get so fed up of trying to run from something, and then I'm just like running in slow motion, and whatever happens, happens.
At the mercy of the dream.
Yep.
Awesome. Hey man, hey, thanks for calling in before your
Sorry, I'm gonna have to get into work,
early morning shift.
I've always wanted to
Hey,
call in.
if you're interested in a new read, go check out Succubus on Amazon.
RT Graver.
RT Graver.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, it's a good Christmas present if you know someone that likes sort of like urban fantasy, a bit of romance.
A little bit of everything.
Smart in the morning.
It's got a little everything for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got a bit of a little plug for you guys in there, doesn't it?
That's right. Wasn't it like was it part like on the radio station or something or?
Yeah. It's towards the end of the book. They're driving somewhere and they're listening to a podcast, and he sort of has you guys on.
That's awesome.
That's
man.
awesome, man. That's so cool.
I'm gonna have to get me a copy for Christmas.
Should. All right, brother. Have a great night.
Cool.
Have a great
Cheers, sir.
shift at work there.
Peace out.
Bye. Boom. Yeah, I remember that RT Graver. That came out. When was that?
A couple years
A
ago.
couple years ago.
Yeah, I remember it on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
RT Graver.
Yeah, that'll look good next to that magazine we were in.
Yeah.
Right? Kind of like put them up together. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
I just funny story. Just ordered my copy right now.
Nice.
Did you?
Of the book? Nice.
Yeah, I got a friend who he sends me stuff real quick, whatever I want.
Succubus. RT Gravers. Got a
Bezos.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Bezos.
Bezos. Yeah, personal friend.
Jeff Bezos. Yeah. I just shoot him a message with what I'm looking for. He's got like this website you can sign up for. It's a buddy of mine. You just click whatever you want.
And
Pay
ship
for it.
ship
He
it right
sends
to your
it.
house.
Believe it or not, he sent me a
great.
few of the Christmas presents. Been doing a lot of Christmas shopping.
That sounds. He's
You
a,
know Bezos?
Sounds like a pretty nice guy.
he's a great guy to know.
Solid.
Yeah. He's basically lost since December 1st, basically 6 to 7 packages that have supposed to come to me have been lost, but that's okay.
He's a
You
good
know,
guy still.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
The yearly average is still up.
All right, we got another caller. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Yes, hello?
Hello, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey there, my name is Giovanni. Y'all can just call me Gio.
Gio.
I'm actually from Houston. What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing well, man. From where, sorry?
I'm originally from California, Los Angeles, but I'm residing in Houston, Texas.
Houston, right on.
Oh.
Texas.
Yeah.
Like to go back.
So I've been an avid listener for about 3 years now, and I actually have a UFO story that I'd like to share from about 3 years ago.
Perfect.
So basically, I used to live in a city called Upland, California, in a place called the Inland Empire. And this was actually by a mountain range, by a place called Mount Baldy. And it was around 9 p.m. And I actually stepped outside, just kind of relaxed after a long day of work. And I looked up towards the eastern side, the northeastern sky by the mountain, and I see this object that looks like a spinning top, and it starts to turn all green and all red. It was silent, and the entire was lighting up. It couldn't have been a drone.
Shit. Sorry, you're cutting out. You're cutting out there a little bit. Can you go back to where it was green and red? It was changing color or something.
Okay, yeah. So it was like a spinning top almost object. So it was basically turning all green and then all red within a matter of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically flying through the air with no sound. And there's no way it was a drone. That's all I can tell you.
We've seen that changing color UFO before, haven't we? We've seen videos of it at least.
Green and red. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's, I don't know, since that day, I've never seen anything else like it. But that one day, I didn't know if it was military, aliens. I mean, leave it up to your imagination.
Well, you said spinning top, right? So like a gimbal, like the gimbal UFO kind of?
Yeah, almost.
Was it kind of doing like that gyrating motion, like kind of back and forth, a little bit wobbly?
Yes, actually it was.
That's pretty cool.
And I've got another podcast to actually share this story where I was actually on. It's called the UFO Chronicles podcast.
Oh yeah, I've listened to a few of theirs.
Where I've actually told not just that story, but 2 other encounters that I had with the UAPs.
Different events.
Yep.
Huh, and in the same area or different areas?
These all happened in California, around the Los Angeles area, but just at different times of throughout my lifetime, pretty much.
So you've seen multiple. Now, in these multiple events, were they similar or were they all different styles of UFOs?
They were all different types. So the first one I saw was like an all red orb.
Like a Charlie Red Star.
Yep, almost like that. And then I've seen another one in 2014 where it was like a delta-shaped object, but it was silent and just gliding through the air at nighttime.
Cool.
No lights. And this last one that I just told you about with red and green
the gimbal
UFO,
style.
The gimbal.
Oh, so you seen the red glowing orb? That's kind of like the Foo Fighter style, the World War II style.
Yeah.
The delta shape, like that's kind of like a swept wing craft, like a triangle craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then and then the gimbal. That's part of the ATIP reveal that they actually seen this gimbal shaped craft that seemed to like distort and had no sound or exhaust and seemed to defy physics.
Absolutely. See, I don't know what to make of all these, but these are just sightings that I've seen, and I just want to come on here and share it briefly. That was it.
No, man, that's this the sightings are almost endless. Everyone, like so many people have seen similar things all around.
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah,
time. man.
it's always nice to get at least your story out there. So then, if people in the same area or something have seen it, you know, might be inclined to report it or you know, share their story as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I'm just a big fan of the show. I'm pretty sure you guys hear this all the time. You guys are hella hilarious. Crack me up when I'm at work.
That's the
but I
job.
gotta have the headphones because some of your jokes, some people won't get it or appreciate it.
Although, or they might be offended.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's acquired taste.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, y'all have a good night, man. Y'all take care.
All right, you too.
Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah, cheers.
All right.
Boom. That's cool though. Yeah, because we've seen the video of that. There was like an actual video which showed like a spinning craft that was changing color.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. But
I mean, I've seen tons and tons, and there's ones where you can't really. You're like, I don't know what this is, and I've seen some with flashing lights where I'm like, based on the movement, I would guess drones, but by his account, like, yeah, the spinning top. That's, you know, it's hard to say.
Gimbal style.
UFO, baby.
Boom. Well, while we wait for another call, I'm gonna
whatever
fill
happened
up
to
the
that
drink here.
little Doctor Strange donation video I made one time? You still have that somewhere?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I only sent it to Zell.
Oh.
The Doctor
Zell's the only person that would
Strange?
have it.
Like
It
for
was
the podcast?
I did the. Yeah, yeah. It was
Oh.
specifically for Cosmic Channels.
I do remember that. What? That was a long time. Why
Yeah.
why do we forget about that? Where is that?
What?
Is this it?
Why'd you never use it, you son of a bitch?
We did use it when we first had it. This one says Braden.
Did we? I don't remember.
This says Braden sub. What is this?
No.
Oh no, it's Braden. Oh, you have a drink. Why isn't this? Let me see if I can put this above.
Oh, I feel like I've seen that.
It's me and I like come in like Doctor Strange, and then I'm like donate here, and I
Yeah.
like point, and then I Doctor Strange out. It was fucking cool.
Yeah, wait. I have a video.
Yeah, it's
I'm
awesome
pretty-
because it's me. We should play.
You're the number one theorist.
Why doesn't this work? I see it here, and when I view it,
Oh.
there it is. I found it.
Yeah, you got it. I don't know why that came to my mind, but yeah, I sent it to you, then I deleted it.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
You got to drag it over more though, so people can see there.
That's
Yeah,
the edge of it.
Yeah, no, it's got to go over a little more because it missed the. It missed the.
Let me replay
oh
it.
yeah,
Let me
that's
replay
it.
it.
So I guess yeah.
It's too long.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's too long.
Look at that. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this wizard.
Yeah. Woo. See?
And then the bottle disappears because the green
Yeah.
screen.
Got the fucking, got the Sorcerer Supreme dork over here.
Yeah.
Great.
I forgot about that.
Hey, are we,
good stuff.
hey, nobody. Hey, we got nobody on the line. We got nobody on the line.
No, we got no one on the line.
We got no one on the line. Well, it sounds like a perfect opportunity to sit here and talk about how the curse is fucking dead.
Yeah. The curse is gone. Yeah.
Curse is gone. No, it's
You've
gone.
said that every other week. It's the curse is gone. The
'Cause we
curse
keep
is
winning.
alive and well.
No, buddy.
The curse is dead.
Isn't
It's
the
dead.
isn't the
No,
curse?
no.
Isn't the curse
Gone.
you have to win a playoff game?
No, well, it's coming, buddy. We've won 5 of 6 games. We just beat the 10-2 Minnesota Vikings.
The
number one in
10-2
fucking
Minnesota
division.
Vikings have bit the
All right?
dust.
And we beat the fuck out of them.
Beat
Are
the
you gonna
fuck
make
out
the
of them.
playoffs?
Possibly.
We're working our way towards it.
Possibly.
10-7 in a playoff win.
Wow.
It's happening, boys.
But if you want to call, you want to share your story. You've been listening. You're like,
Yeah, if you want to talk about how the curse is dead,
I got a
give us a call.
story.
Love to talk it.
1-833-703-0424. We're taking whatever you want to talk about. You
Oh.
can call in.
We got
and
one.
tell us your story.
We got one. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey, I just wanted to call to listen to not how the curse is dead.
It's dead, brother.
I just wanted to interrupt
Fucking
that.
dead.
Wait, no, let's hear him out. Why isn't the curse dead?
I don't watch sports, but I was just saying Call of Duty.
Yeah, I agree.
But I do have a ghost story.
Okay.
Woo!
What's your name? First of all,
I was
what's your
working as
name?
a
Where are you calling from?
hospice aide. Oh, this is Jens from Central Utah.
Jen's from Central Utah. Awesome. Ghost story coming up.
Yeah. So I was working as a hospice aide. You guys know like what that is, like end of life care and stuff. Yeah. So I was working with this guy, 94, sharp still, but I had to like schedule myself every single time I went in there, like because his schedule was like to the dot down. And I would always walk in there and throw like, hey, we're gonna do your bed, you know. And then I would grab his feet to go throw them in the dryer so they're warm.
Hey, hold on. Did you just switch to speakerphone or something? He's got way louder.
Yeah, I switched to my headset. Is that better?
Yeah, switch
Yeah,
back.
go back.
Switch back.
Switch back. Yeah.
Better?
Better.
Okay, better. All right. So I would grab the comforter and everything, throw it in the dryer because he'd always complain about it going cold. And I walked in there and I saw someone sitting down. I was like, oh, I'll come back in like 10 minutes, you know? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, I thought someone was there. And he's like, can you see him too? He's been there for like 2 hours.
Oh.
I was like,
oh no.
I was like, oh, what? So then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go like grab the sheets. And then, cause you know, like this guy is sharp. I walked back in, nobody was there. So I asked them, like, hey, is there any visitors come, you know? They're like, no, he didn't have any visitors today. So then I walk in there, I'm like, hey, Bob, Joe, who is that? And he's like, I don't know. He comes every couple of hours and says hi. And he's like, I'm just waiting. I'm like, that's all he said was just waiting. And then he died like 2 weeks later. But I was like, that's like the closest ghost story I've had. But yeah.
Weird.
But the fact when he said you can see him too,
fuck
I
that.
shit my pants.
Oh.
That's fucked.
That is fucked.
Time for a new job.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a short stint in that whole hospiceness, but
yeah, no. I mean, it's a place filled with a lot of death. It's bound to happen.
That's true.
It's going to attach itself to that.
Yeah. Well, that's what was weird is like I've never like I was like I'm not like I'm a believer, but I didn't ever like see anything. So I was like, wait a second, that was creepy.
Well, you gotta imagine, right? Like that has not been that patient's room for very long. So maybe that was the previous patient coming to tell him, you know, hey, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna fucking
but just waiting.
You're
just
in
waiting.
my
And he's
bed.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, so and that like gave me the heebie-jeebies. Like that was the only room that I was like, yep, that's haunted. And then like after that patient died, the call thing would go off randomly and stuff, and it was definitely haunted.
Freaky.
Paranormally activated for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but all right. Well, I'm gonna go play some FPS chess. So if you guys haven't got that, you should get it.
Terrible at chess.
All right. Have a good night, boys.
You too.
Yeah, right on. Chris is dead. Take it easy.
You can see them
They're
too.
Like, Unfortunately, yes.
I'm dead.
I don't think this is the longest Cosmic Challenge we've ever done.
This is the longest we've had consistent callers on our Cosmic Channels as well as the most amount of female callers we've ever had. Unofficial ladies' night.
Unofficial. At least
No,
at least the first half of the show.
Yeah. Hashtag ladies' night.
I mean, our
so
demographic
story?
listeners are, it's like 80-20 split, male, female. So that's usually what we get on the show, and then every once in a while you get more. And tonight we had, it was like 4 or 5 in a row. So if you go way back to the early days of ATT, we made the joke that no females ever listen to the show.
Never.
Some do.
Yeah.
There's a couple.
We used to make that joke all the time.
There's a few. Anyways, well, we got time for a few more if you're around. If you're looking to call in. If not, if no one's calling, we're gonna end the show. So now's your chance. We'll give it a couple minutes. We'll shoot the shit a bit. If no one calls, no one calls. If no one's calling the call-in show,
then we shut it down.
We shut it down. Simple as that.
Shut it down. We can't do it.
We can't make the content for the show. It's up to you.
Yeah. This is not even our show. It's your
show. We sit here and drink and listen to crazy stories.
Fuck you. Call us. You're sitting there going like, I got a story. I want to call, but I don't want to call tonight. Call. Yeah. Fuck you. Call us.
Who was the first girl who got disconnected?
Anna never called back. She went to a different universe.
Yeah, call back.
Anna, call back.
Yeah.
Tell us more about DMT.
It's on Earth 616 right now.
When are we should plan
Island Studios. I am committed to the extravaganza. I'll be in there.
Yeah, you did say.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk more about that right after this caller.
It will most likely not be done, but I will be in there.
But you'll be in there.
But you were gonna say we should plan a D&D. Yes.
Well, I was gonna say.
Should do a D&D before that.
Mm.
Should do D&D soon.
Next Sunday.
Let's just cancel tomorrow's case file and do D&D instead.
Sorry, Ben. We can't do it.
Yeah. Sorry, Ben.
I mean, Ben.
Kick rocks, Ben.
All right, we got a caller.
Tomorrow's Zanfretta, isn't it?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, tomorrow's Zanfretta.
Tomorrow's Zanfretta. The next
Ben
week.
Depends what you're listening.
Boys,
All right,
you
so
guys are a
fuck
week
Zanfretta.
ahead here.
Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's up? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Corey from Walla Walla. How you guys doing tonight?
Walla Walla. Where's Walla Walla?
Bing bang.
Walla Walla, just a little bit closer than Battleground. Actually, we're straight south, southeast Washington.
Oh, cool.
I thought it was in Bing Bang.
You know that one?
Oh yeah.
Walla Walla Bing Bang. Yeah, we're Pacific Northwest Pride, guys. So.
Hell yeah.
Hey, so I was waiting for kind of a lull because my story isn't exactly paranormal, UFO, spooky, haunty related, but
That's all right.
I'll tell you why I wanted to share the story. So a couple weeks ago, I was all caught up on all the episodes, whatever you're doing current, and scrolling back through bonus content, and want to shout out to anyone who's not on Patreon. The bonus content is legit, well worth the money, and support the boys. So you guys did a co-conspirators a few years back, I believe. You remember the one? I think there was one or two, and believe it was just you, Zell, and Braid, and shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Co-conspirators. Yeah. So, Braid, I think you guys told a story. I'm not sure if Andrew was with you guys, but you're telling a story about a trip to Cancun, and you guys running up a bar tab on your all inclusive trip with the bracelet and the hot chick pouring shots.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Oh yeah. We got caught.
You got caught with a big bill, and I'm listening to that story, and I'm just like tripping out, laughing because something almost exactly happened to me. So it was our senior trip. So 2005, summer 05, we went to Puerto Vallarta, and it was one of those. It was all inclusive type of resort, but we brought brought a couple $100 and planning to party. The second night we're there, my buddy, we'll call him Tank because that's what we call him, because he's a tank, and he got a tattoo of a tank on his bicep when we were there in Mexico.
Is his name Frank?
No, Nick the Tank.
Nick the Tank. Okay.
Anyone in Portland, they may know the name. So me and Tank, the second night we're there, we kind of broke off from the group we were with, and we asked the cab driver. And so backstory, I took like 4 years of Spanish in high school and thought I was like going to be super fluent and, translate for the group and, be able to get around. So I'm asking the cab driver in probably very poor Spanish to take us to a nice strip club. And so he drives us kind of up in the hills and up above the touristy part of Puerto Vallarta to what turned out to be a really nice strip club. So we walk in, and we weren't carrying a bunch of cash. We had some money, but me thinking that I know, how to speak Spanish pretty well, I walk in and trying to order drinks, and I'm telling them, bring us the Las Bebidas Más Cara, I believe. Dan might be able to back me up. I was meant to say
the least expensive.
So I was meant to say the least expensive, Las Bebidas Más Barata. Barata is cheap, caro expensive. So I mixed up the two and said Más Caro. So we're living it up. We're buying drinks for strippers. We're going downstairs for lap dances, and they're just bringing over shots, bringing over beers, whatever. We're not paying attention to what it is because I'm like, hey, we're in Mexico. I said, bring us the cheap shit. And so, hour or two later, and they bring us a bill for like $350 or something American. And we look at each other and look at them and like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Whoopsies.
What are we doing? We weren't here that long. But so anyway, it kind of related to the way, they took, in your guys' story, right, Braden, they took you back to the hotel to get the money that you owed them, right?
It was a little different. Braden actually,
they held my friends captive and told me to go and get money, or else they were going to have them arrested. So,
and in the time that Braden went to get money, we escaped, ran away. Braden went back, and then they told him that we were at the police station.
Yeah.
So he thinks we're arrested.
And they then proceeded to steal all the money that I had in my pocket.
So you guys pulled a smooth getaway. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I did.
What happened,
Braden did not.
Right. So what happened to me was, so they took Tank because Tank knew he had some money back at the hotel, but they held me there. Same thing, held me captive basically, except I wasn't at gunpoint or anything. I was sitting in the back of at the back of the strip club, so I wasn't spending any money, but I was still hanging out at the strip club while a security guard took Tank in the cab back to the hotel. So they come back about a half hour later, and turns out he didn't have enough cash. So now it's my turn. So they put both of us in the cab, and someone from the club, the bouncer guy, is in the front, and the cab driver's in the back, and we're fucked up, and we're like driving down back towards the touristy area, and I kind of whisper to Tank in the back seat. I say, next stop, next chance we get, next stop, fucking get off the side, and we'll run down the street, and we got to get the fuck out of here. Because I didn't know if I was going to be able to get enough money out of the ATM to pay the rest. So Tank being, a larger fella that wasn't very, nimble on his feet, was just refusing. And so I was trying to make the smooth getaway and kind of bail out the cab when it came to a stop somewhere, but he shut it down. So it's kind of like, and then I went to an ATM and I paid him. So it's kind of an exciting story for a while when I look back on it. But the ending was just like, well, we paid our bill and went home. So, and when we were broke, for the next like 3 days.
Yeah, no more fun after
we
that.
We had some friends buying us drinks for a couple days, and then got Western Union some cash. But anyway, I just when you guys were telling that story, I was just like having all this nostalgia, and I actually talked to my friend Tank for the first time in a while last night, and just shooting the shit about that trip. But anyway, really appreciate what you guys do. Love the show. So
all right, man. Thanks for the call.
Cheers, man.
Hey.
Have a good night.
Yeah, cheers. Have a great night.
Thanks for the trip down memory lane.
If you're in Mexico, it sounds all inclusive. Gotta be wary. You gotta be wary. The chick's super hot.
Very careful.
And she's pouring you shots. Yeah, she's probably gonna charge you. And then she's gonna have 4 giant bodybuilders come back her up, grab your friend, and threaten to kill them pretty much if they don't pay. So it can happen. We were in Cancun. They're in Puerto Vallarta.
Good times.
Good times. I would kill to go somewhere warm right now, Mexico.
Oh god.
Be amazing.
man. I'm in the fucking fridge right now.
Yeah, at least it's warmed up a
Yeah.
bit. It's not
Yeah.
super cold
I'm
outside.
still leaning on
Are you
this fucking
straddling the heater again?
No, I'm leaning on it. It's right here.
Just living on a radiator.
I don't know what I'm gonna do when it's -20. I'm coming to the studio.
Yeah, we'll get you in. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll have to.
All right, we got another caller here. Maybe this one, maybe one more. We'll see what happens here. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey boys, how you doing?
Woo! Hey, we're doing really well.
Doing good.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Andre again, Massachusetts. I called you guys last week.
Right. Yes. What do you got for us this week?
Well, I got a pretty good little story. It's a recent one. It's like a fresh story. But before that, I wanted to say, Dan, I think you should take the Rat Czar job. I mean, you got this. You'll be good for it. I'm just happy to see that you're finally chilled out and cheered up and shit. Yeah. Nice to see.
Back to regular Dan.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I got this weird little occurrence. This is fresh weirdness. I went deer hunting yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Another drop call.
Fuck,
are
what's
the
going
calls
on?
dropping?
What's going on here?
Listen,
This
guys.
is-
Hey, if you ever need any incentive to get on fucking Patreon, get on Patreon. They're cutting our fucking phone bill here. They're shutting our service off. We're not paying it.
Yeah, maybe we didn't pay. Maybe that's the problem here.
Yeah, and they're just shutting us down. Sorry, Andre. Fucking embarrassed.
Call back.
Call back, bud.
No one's on the line right now. You can call back. Finish the story.
Quick. Call back quick, though.
Redial now.
I'm hungry. It's not the right cup.
That's so weird.
I don't know why. We've never really had drop calls before.
No, not like that.
Usually sometimes people just get antsy and hang up. Get scared.
Yeah. Oh, I still will never forget that one guy who called, started to tell a story, and went, "I'm embarrassing myself," and then hung up.
Yeah.
If you're listening, call back.
Yeah, I'd love to hear
I've
this
always
story.
wanted. I always wanted to know the rest. What he was going to tell us, and you were not embarrassing yourself.
I want that one lady to call back about the one that had the Mein Kampf in her passenger seat. Remember that one? That was wild.
I'm pretty sure we cut that one from the show.
she-
actually.
I don't know why you did. That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wildest
It
story
was
we
a
ever
little crazy.
had.
All right, we got a caller. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hey.
Oh, he's back?
You guys
Andre?
still on?
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, how you doing?
Sorry, we got a drop call.
All
there.
right, lost you there. I don't know. We got a snowstorm here. I wonder if it's the signal.
We've had a couple
Oh,
tonight,
maybe.
so it could be. Who knows? Anyway,
Yeah.
you're back, so it's all good.
Nice. I thought I was fucked up there. I was like, what the hell? Did I just imagine that shit? Anyway, yeah. So I'm out in the woods. I'm deer hunting, right? And I'm sitting up on this old. Well, first of all, it was weird. When I first walked down to the place on the trail, I heard this sound. I thought it was like an owl or something. Just this weird, like this weird shriek in the woods coming toward me. Like for every like minute or so, it was like getting closer as I was walking down. And I'm like, what the hell? But I figured out it's probably just an owl. But then I get down to the river bottom and I set up my spot. I'm on top of this old like stone dam. It's like broken down from like couple hundred years ago or something. And so I was sitting on top of that. You know, I'm doing my deer sitting, just seeing if I can find one. Got my shotgun and everything. And I swear to God, underneath, like it sounded like from inside the dam, it sounded like a boulder like moved, but it was like it was like pushed by something. And I could feel the rumble. I was like, what the? So I like first I was in kind of shock. I'm like, fuck, is there a bear like living inside this thing or something? And then I just kind of sat there for a minute, like, you know, you get that feeling like when you think something weird is going on, like right underneath where you're sitting, like you just kind of like freeze a second. You're like, fuck, what? Got that little like suspense and like definitely fight or flight kind of thing. And I'm like, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna very quickly get up and walk away from this dam right now. So I got up and I just ran down the length of it real quick, down to like where like it joins the like land next to it, and I'm like, I just turned back and I look and there's nothing. Like there's nothing there. That's like I looked around the side of it. There's nothing inside the dam, and I just like I went back there. I mean, I wasn't like that spooked, but I was just like it was just weirding me out. I was like, what the fuck? Like something was moving like a giant like it was definitely some stone moving like under where I was sitting, like inside the dam. I was just like, I don't know, paranormal activation. I have no idea. I just thought it was a weird one, and it was a fresh story, so I figured I'd tell you guys.
How big was the dam?
Oh, this is a pretty large. It's like, you know, it's an old mill dam. It's like, so it's like not like a little tiny thing, but it's not like some big.
It's not some hydro mega project or something.
But like this, almost like borderline like megalithic work for, you know, like old school people that were just like farmers and stuff. I mean, they put it in there as a mill,
right?
And some of the big stuff are up there, but like those rocks are pretty massive, and like inside it's kind of tight packed. Inside it was pretty sizable when you're considering like just the size of these stones. Yeah.
Huh. So what do you think? What do you think? What's your top theory?
You know, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think is if it's not some paranormal thing, is that maybe there was like a bear that was somehow living under this thing. I didn't see any animal come out though. It was so weird. So it was just like, I don't know. I get this feeling like it just felt weird. It felt almost like there was some sort of force that was right under me, and I was just like, what the? It just shook me. I like stood up. I was physically like moved by it. I was like, what the hell? Like, not like it moved me. I mean, I was just like, I had like, from having it happen, it moved me to like move away from it. Like it was definitely didn't seem natural. The dam wasn't shaking. There was no like earthquake, anything like that. It was like,
right,
just like this.
Just felt off.
Solid.
Felt weird.
Years, and suddenly there's something moving inside it, and it was definitely rock on rock. It was like boom, boom. Like it was kind of like boom, boom. Like you could feel the rocks under you, just kind of like the one I was sitting on didn't move, but like I could feel like that like plaque of like big heavy weights coming together, like right under me. I was like, what the hell?
Some banging and clanging.
But yeah, not the most interesting story, but definitely, I don't know.
Wow, it's cool. That's
It's
fresh.
creepy, man.
Just
Anytime
happened to
you're
you, yeah.
creeping in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, what if something's moving boulders? There's got to be some sort of force at work. It could have been just something. This is why I don't think this is the case. I'm telling myself, oh, well, it was just a boulder like shifting. But like when you look at this thing, it's like packed. I mean, it's like the structure's a couple hundred years old, and it's like really solidified. I would think anything inside that thing is like just pressed like really tight to each other.
Right. So could have been the dam shifting itself, even maybe.
It's a possibility. You know, I don't know.
Just weird though. Just like a weird sound, not expected.
I just had that. It was kind of one of those things to tell. It was almost like I had that feeling in that moment, regardless of what it was. But like, holy shit! Like when you get that feeling, it's almost like,
oh yeah,
I know
that feeling.
Like the fear feeling. You're like, oh, like you just like you don't know what to do. Like I sat there for a solid minute, like thinking about what to do. I'm like, but then it's just you know how it goes. It's just kind of like whenever you get that feeling, it's almost like you want to tell somebody about whatever it was.
Yeah, no, you got to get it out if it's a fresh story. It's always good to get it out quicker.
Yep.
Awesome, man. Hey, we appreciate you calling back.
I'll let you guys go. Hey, thanks for doing what you do, and keep up the crazy ass work.
Cheers.
Hey,
Bye.
thanks for calling in.
Boom. Mythical dam monster coming to life.
There's nothing worse than being when you're like out in the woods and you hear shit, man. That's the worst.
Being inside an abandoned mine and hearing shit, I think would be worse than.
Yeah, there's no. If you're in the
There's nowhere
mine,
to run.
there's
There's nowhere to
no way
run.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
All right, we're gonna take one more caller for the night, and I think we're gonna bring him on right now, and then we'll end this marathon. Cosmic Channels. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Same caller?
Oh,
weird. Sound like the same guy.
Did.
Another one. Hello, Cosmic Channels.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Vanessa. I live in central Nebraska.
Nebraska?
Ooh.
I think this is the first Nebraska caller.
I think that's the first in Nebraska.
I think so.
Right on. What do you got for us
Yeah.
tonight?
So I have a UFO story.
You came to
And
the
I'm
right
gonna
place.
apologize. It's really late for me, and I kind of just opened YouTube and saw you guys were live, and I was like, "It's my chance."
No, you're good. No, don't worry about it.
So this happened about maybe 3-4 years ago. My family, so I have 4 boys, and we were kind of out camping with my mom and her fiance. My best friend was there, and then all 4 of my boys were there. So we all witnessed it.
It's multiple witnesses. Perfect.
Yes. So we were, like we'd been there since before the sunset, and the sun had, it had just gotten completely dark. We're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, you could see a couple other people with campfires and stuff going, but, so we're kind of just hanging out, getting ready to roast marshmallows. And we look up, and I can't gauge what the distance would have been, but we're in kind of south central Nebraska, and my best guess is you could see these lights coming up, not really on the horizon because they looked like they were so far away that you could see them when they were entering the sky, if that makes sense. But we start seeing this steady stream of lights. And as they're going up towards the sky, and some of them are getting close to what I would imagine hitting space, there's at least 10 or 15 separate lights just going up in this pretty steady stream. And then we kind of see them where they would maybe hit space, the atmosphere, and they jet off. They just zoom in different directions and they disappear.
Oh, different directions too?
Yeah, from what I could tell, they were zooming in different directions. So in total, I would guess there was at least 20 or 30 of them. And we're all just watching this what could this possibly be? And nobody had a guess. The only thing I could guess is I don't even know if anywhere does this. So this would have been let's see. This would have been west of us. And I was could there have been some kind of major satellite launch?
Yeah.
I don't know who in the world would launch 20 or 30 satellites from Nebraska.
Well, I mean,
but I looked.
If it's in space, and say they did launch Starlink. I mean, if you're in Nebraska, it wouldn't matter. You would see those all over. But Starlink's going a straight line. They don't jet off in different directions at all the same time.
Right. No, these looked like they hit the atmosphere and jet off at light
scattered.
Speed. Yeah, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's still to this day, I'm just it drives me crazy because I don't know what it was. I Googled the shit out of it the next day to see if I could find anything about a satellite launch.
Nothing came up.
Nothing came up for that date.
Right.
Could not find anything.
So what do you think? What's your gut tell you? What was that?
Personally, I have some crazy theories because I know there's there's military stuff out that way.
Okay.
East Nebraska. And I don't know. I think they were UFOs. I think they were.
Well, there's no doubt they're UFOs, but do you think they're, as you said, maybe military? Or do you think it was some type of ET? Just guess. We're just guessing.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, personally, I think ET.
Personally, ET. Just because
That's what I go to.
It seems so weird.
It just seemed so weird at how fast they went into space. in different
Right.
directions. Like I said, like it was just like, what even would the purpose be unless there was something slowly going up to the atmosphere and then jetting light speed somewhere else? Like, I know we don't know what military technology can necessarily do at this point, but I don't think we can do that.
No, it's a definite. It's a UFO right there. UFO
Yeah, not
sighting,
that we know
multiple
of.
craft. Awesome. Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
I'm jealous. Jealous. You've seen something cool like that. I'm still waiting for my chance to see something that amazing.
Yeah. I have some other good stories, so I'll have to call back sometime.
Save them for another time.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, thanks for ending off Cosmic Channels for us. We appreciate the call, and we appreciate you listening.
Thanks. I
All
love listening to you guys.
Have a good night.
You too.
Ended off on some UFOs, multiple UFOs scattering into the atmosphere. Where the ET
Absolutely.
craft.
And then also another round brought to you by Corey Spencer.
Corey Spencer.
Just a little fucking nightcap for the boys.
You know what, if you're
Appreciate it, brother.
if you're donating to the live stream,
You're a beauty.
You're directly supporting and continuing Cosmic Channels, because I mean, Cosmic Channels cost more money than most podcasts. You got to pay for the
Just
line. You got to
running
pay for
on
all the shit.
fumes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we appreciate all
But
donations,
hey,
all support.
If you felt so inclined, some of those people that donated Cosmic Channels, you could head to patreon.com/Alien Theorist Podcast, donate the $5 of that. You get hundreds and hundreds of hours of bonus content. So, we thank you for the support, but you can also, head over there and get yourself something for it.
Throw that monthly pledge. We'd appreciate it. All right, that's it for us. That was a nice long. We're only recording one episode in December because of the holidays, and it would have fell right on Christmas, and that just wouldn't have flew with anyone.
Flew.
Flued. It wouldn't have flued with anyone. All right, so we did a double up tonight. Stay tuned for announcements on the extravaganza, because that's the annual holiday party. Can't wait.
coming.
It's gonna be fun. All right, thanks everybody. We appreciate all your support. Peace.
Woo!
Bye.